So I'm Maisy, I'm in my third year, and at the moment I'm studying sociology, business studies and history at A-level. I started here quite soon after losing my sight, so my first year was kind of a foundation sort of consolidation year, so I could learn how to use computers and get my independence and mobility up before I started my subjects. So I met Laura at what's called the kind of assessment weekend kind of thing, where she was on assessment, and I went along to kind of introduce myself as a current student to the prospective students. And I met Laura there, and we've kind of been friends ever since.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm Laura, I'm in my second year. Clearly sociology and business is very popular because I'm doing sociology, business and extended project. And my first year was quite similar to Maisy's in that I had a lot of confidence knocked out of me because of previous issues with education. So my first year here was about building up my confidence and getting settled into actually, for my side of it, being able to actually access education, because I'd had a lot of issues with education providers and software issues in that I did 2 years previous to coming here and I really struggled and it took a lot out of me. So this year I've been able to come back to college and be confident about what I'm doing, and I'm doing 3 subjects that I really enjoy, so that's kind of boosted me up. And it was part of my way into my first year when Charlotte got in touch with me, and we're both from County Durham, and she'd said to me that she was looking to come here and could I provide her any support, so I talked to her quite a bit and I overleaved the rest.
So I'm Charlotte, I'm 16 and I'm a first year student here at RNC. I'm studying a level 3 diploma in performing arts, and then I'm also studying A-level psychology and A-level maths. I've only been here for since September, but I can honestly say that it was the best decision to come here rather than to go to mainstream and carry on in mainstream, because mainstream education just wasn't the place for me. I had a lot of problems, and when I was looking to come here I contacted Laura, and Laura gave me all of the information that I needed to come here, and thankfully I had Laura and she made my funding process a lot easier.
Because mine was so difficult.
Because hers was so difficult and it made mine a lot easier, so in a way you helped me out, didn't you? And
I tried my best, I mean, you need it, so
and I got here and it was the best decision I've made. I asked her a lot about coming here because it's a massive step. It's what, 5.5 hours away?
Yeah.
And it is a massive step, but you helped me and it was a great
I was
jump.
18 when I was applying, I became 19 within the first month of starting here, and it was terrifying for me. So for a 16-year-old to be considering it even bigger, like it's, you're quite literally moving away from home, and you're doing another step up from GCSEs, which if for a mainstream college is big enough, but to be all that way from home and learning how to be independent, it's very daunting. So I was more than happy to help Charlotte as much as I could, because I was terrified when I first started. So.
How about you, Maisy? When you first started, can you remember that far back? You're a veteran now, not Maisy.
Well, I'd had kind of a long-term health condition that had made me sort of spend 2 years in hospital, and because I was so unwell, I had everything done for me. So as much as I really missed home and I was very homesick, I was just really happy to be able to have the tools and the support to be able to, make myself a cup of tea if I wanted to, or go into town on my own and not be sort of restricted by my illness and my visual impairment, because I lost my sight about 3-4 years ago now. So before that I was able to do all those things without kind of any issues, and I'm now self-catered. So I cook my evening meals, myself using my own ingredients and a budget that is given to me by the college. And that also means that I can have friends over for dinner. Most nights I'll have a friend come over for dinner, and that's a really nice thing for me, like it's a nice social thing, and it's a good way, I think, for you to manage a budget as well, because you get X amount of money a week, and then when I leave college and sort of get my own place and stuff, I understand that if you spend that money on a takeaway and download a movie on iTunes, then you've got no money for the rest of the week, kind of thing. So
from experience there.
you learn the hard way with that kind of thing, unfortunately, but it has really helped. And I've got like a session once a month with what's called a link worker, who's a residential person, and they can go through any issues that you've got. And I've sort of done a budget plan with him, and sort of talked about that, you know, that if you spend 20 quid on a new top, then you're not going to have that 20 quid for food at the end of the week when you need it. So that's been really helpful for me, because I quite like spending money.
How's your independent travel been, Charlotte, so far? So you've only been here since September, so carry on what you've been up to.
Saying that though, although I've only been here since September, my independence has actually grown a lot since then. Because when I was at home, my mum used to just do all the washing, all the ironing, all the washing up. She used to just do everything. But now now that I've come here and I've just been home for half term, that has completely changed. I asked my mum to do my washing, and she said, no, now that you've been to RNC, you can. I'm not doing your washing now, you have to do it yourself.
Sound familiar, Laura? Yeah. My mum's the same, she's got no excuses.
But I think because we have all the independent living skills and IT, and because we have all that, we become so independent, and we're living away from home, so we have to learn to do everything by ourselves. But it's such a good preparation for, like, because I'm thinking about going to university, so it's a really good preparation for that. And I've just started learning how to cook meals and stuff like that in my independent living skills sessions. So hopefully within, I don't know how long it'll take, a few months, I'll be able to cook a full meal that I'll be able to eat, and hopefully maybe next year I'll be able to go on to self-catering.
I am looking at HE. I get HE support once a week on is it Tuesday afternoon or Monday afternoon? Monday afternoon. And in that I've found a university course that I'm really interested in. Disability Studies is the course. It's kind of called different things everywhere, but the kind of umbrella term for it. And they do it at several universities around the country. And I would like to go into some kind of field where I'm empowering disabled people, because I think a lot of the time, having never had a disability, once I acquired my disability, it was assumed that I could only do so much. And I was exactly the same person I was before, I just couldn't see very well, and I want to be able to be that person that says, just try it, like to people. And I was always kind of planning on going to university, but I didn't know whether I wanted to do a gap year before or after, and I think for me, going straight away will be a good thing. So.